Are police officers adequately resourced with the necessary gear to ensure their safety on the beat? The media grilled senior officers of the High Command of Chesterfield about ballistic vests for law enforcement officers. The expensive gear are adorned by tactical units of the police department who are on the front lines of the war on crime. But observers are calling for body armor to be standard across all departments. The current SLP administration has increased spending on national security and poured substantial resources into the principal law enforcement agency to fight crime. This includes a fleet of new patrol vehicles. But despite these allocations, there can never be enough. The Assistant Police Commissioner charged with responsibility for the Southern Division, George Nicholas, says that the lawmen are undaunted in their quest to win the peace despite the odds and constraints.
Resources is something that we'll never get enough of, but at the same time we ought to do with what we have, and we cannot throw our hands up in the air and say we don't have resources, but we have to do what we have to carry out our functions. But at the end of the day, persons must have respect for law and order.
Policing is a dangerous job, but the interests of the community and public are also vital, given the motto is to serve and protect. Tactics, weapons, and procedures are just one sliver of the equation, with recommendations over the years for more oversight that includes independent investigative bodies and increased surveillance like body cameras, which are viewed as dispassionate tools in documenting interactions with the public.
Is it 10% for the force to invest in something like body cams? Because I know they've been talking about this.
A lot of things are on the table, and body cams is one of them, and we are looking to acquire some in the not too distant future.
ACP Nicholas is optimistic that National Security Minister, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre will continue to provide support to the men and women of the police force to not only ensure their safety, but maintain law and order.
As you would know, the Prime Minister have dedicated this year, the year for law and order and health, or national security and health. So we should be given the budget consideration, should be receiving lots of resources.
St. Lucia has been convulsed by a sharp upswing in violent crime, particularly firearm-related incidents, since 2017. The public continues to clamor for law enforcement to quell the rise in violent gun crime and employ effective tactics to keep citizens safe. Faux-A-Chaux Alfred, HTS News Force.